folks nodding along with the bass by the pool table. As the crowd finally thins out, TJ grabs his cap, running a hand through his hair. He groans. "Feel free to hit the dance floor," I say. "You know I don't do that shit," says TJ. "Then you really haven't changed. But I'll be done in a minute if you want to stick around." "Fine," says TJ. "Good," I say. And then I'm back at my job, closing out the register and restocking the Bacardi and turning my back on him once again. I hadn't heard from TJ in years. We hadn't actually seen each other in over a decade. Growing up, his house stood next door to mine. My folks were rarely around, so TJ's kept an eye on me. I ate at his dinner table beside Jin and Mae, borrowed his sweaters, slept beside him in his bed with his breath on my face. When my parents died, in a car accident, clipped by a drunk merging onto I-45, I'd just turned 15, cue cellos. His family took me into their lives, gave me time and space and belonging, and for the rest of my life, whenever I heard the word home, their faces beamed to mind like fucking holograms. Not that it matters now. Didn't change shit for me in the end. Before I start mopping, Min and Fern wave me off. When I ask what their deal is, Fern says it's rude to keep suitors waiting. "He seems pretty into you," says Min. "He isn't," I say. "And he's not your usual type," says Fern. "I've never seen you go for cubs." "I'm constantly evolving," I say, "but we're not fucking." "Spoken like an actual whore," says Min. Fern owns the bar. Min's his only other employee. After I flick them off, I step outside and it's started to drizzle. And TJ's still standing by the curb, sucking on a vape pen as he taps at his phone, blowing a plume of pot into the air once he spots me. The rain pokes holes through his cloud. "You've lost weight," says TJ. "And you've gained it," I say. "Nice. It's no shade. You finally look like a baker. But it's different. That's what you want to talk about?" "It's an observation," says TJ. "I have eyes." "Did you park nearby?" I ask. "Nah." "Then I'll walk you to your car like a gentleman." "Ha," says TJ. And we drift along the sidewalk, ducking into the neighborhood under stacks of drooping fronds. The middle of Montrose is busted concrete and monstrous greenery and bundled townhouses. Scattered laughter bubbles along the roads snaking beside us, even at this time of night. Bottles break and engines snarl. But TJ's pace is steady, so I ease mine too. Sometimes he glances my way, but nothing comes out of his mouth. "Deeply stimulating conversation," I say. "I don't think you get to be like that with me," says TJ. "Is that right? After all these years?" "It's not like I planned on running into you tonight," says TJ. "This isn't a date." "So you're actually dating now," I say, "instead of fucking straight boys?" "Shut up," says TJ. "How long have you been in Houston? And don't lie. Relax," I say. "Just a few months." "What's a few?" "A few since Kai died." "Oh," says TJ. He stops in the center of a driveway. A gaggle of queens searching for their lift walks around us, whistling at nothing in particular. "Shit," says TJ. "Sorry." "Nothing for you to be sorry about," I say. "No," says TJ, "not about that. Or, not completely. But I never got to talk to you after what happened." "After," I say. "After," says TJ. "You know." He keeps his eyes on the concrete. One of his hands forms a fist. The reaction's totally human.